Hello everyone, this is Similar Polygons Part 2, Lesson 3. So we're going to be using our proportions to figure out missing sides again. So this first example talks about planting a tree which is 1 meter high in front of your house. You don't want to cast a shadow on your house when it reaches its full grown height of 8 meters. So basically, as the tree is currently 1 meter high, it's casting a 2 meter tall shadow, I guess at its maximum shadow distance. So this tree is eventually going to grow taller, and the shadow is also going to grow farther. So how far away do we have to plant it? So let's call this distance x. Okay, we don't know what it is, but let's call it x. So starting with this unknown x, what's the side of this smaller triangle that corresponds with it? And that side would be 2. We're going to set that equal to the height of the tree as it's going to be grown. So it's going to grow to 8, and it's currently 1. Okay. And after this, you can solve, and you're going to get x is equal to 16 meters. So if the shadow is 16 meters, you need to plant, so therefore, you should plant it 16 meters away from the house. So a stick 2 meters long is placed vertically so that its top is in line with the top of a tree from point A, which is 3 meters from the stick and 30 meters from the tree. So how tall is the tree? So let's kind of go through that again. So we've got this stick. We know that it's 2 meters, and we put it in the ground. Okay, and its top of the stick is in line with the top of the tree. So you can draw a straight line from point A through the top of the stick to the top of the tree. And the stick is 3 meters away from point A, and the tree is 30 meters away from point A as well. So we actually have 2 triangles here, and they're enclosed with one another. So let's figure out the height of the tree. So let's call that x. So we're going to start with our unknown, and we're going to put that over its corresponding side of the smaller triangle, which is 2. Okay, so the height of the tree is the same as the height of the smaller triangle. And we're going to compare that to the distance of the tree away from A and the distance of the stick away from A. So x over 2 equals 30 over 3. And if you solve this, you're going to get x is equal to 20 meters. So therefore, the tree is 20 meters, not 20 meters away, 20 meters tall. Okay. Now just a quick review. You would multiply each side by 2 and by 3. On the left side, the 2's would simplify and the 3's would simplify. And you would get 3x equals 30, and then if you divide by 3x equals 60, and if you divide by 3, you get 20. So here we got a word example. So if a stick 3 feet high casts a 21-foot shadow, how tall is a building whose shadow is 168 feet? So draw a picture. Well, Mr. Black, that's me. I like to draw pictures. So we're going to draw the sun up here. Okay. And the sun is casting its rays towards the building and the stick. Okay. So let's start with the stick. And the stick is 3 feet high. And it's casting a 21-foot shadow. So 3 feet high, and it's casting a 21-foot shadow. How tall is a building whose shadow is 168 feet? So we're looking for the height of the building. So some building here. And it's casting a 168-foot shadow. So we're looking for the height of the building. And you can connect these and make them triangles. So the height of the building is what we're looking for. And we're going to set that over the height of the stick. Now we're going to compare that to the shadow length of the building over the shadow length of the stick. So if you multiply each side by 3 and by 21, 3 simplify and you're left with 21x is equal to 168 times 3 divided by 21 will simplify. And then you will divide by 21. Okay, and you eventually get that x is equal to 21 feet. So the building is 21 feet tall. Sam wants to enlarge a triangle with sides 3, 5, and 5 centimeters. Well, that is a isosceles triangle. So 3, 5, and 5, and he wants to make it bigger, where the shortest side is 19.2 centimeters. How long will the other two sides be? So we want to figure out those lengths. So we're going to start with the unknown. So the unknown of x over the same side length on the smaller triangle, and compare that to the the bottom side length over the bottom length of the smaller triangle. And if you solve this, you eventually get that x is equal to 32 centimeters. So therefore, the other two sides are 32 centimeters. All right, find the value of the height, h, so that's here, in the following diagram, at which the tennis ball must be hit so that it will just pass over the net and land 6 meters away from the base of the net. So we have these two triangles. We got the triangle that's formed there, and then we have the bigger triangle that's formed there. So sometimes it's useful to actually just redraw the two triangles. So this one has a height of 0.9 meters, and this is 6 meters, and we're comparing that to the larger triangle, where the height is unknown. I guess we could call it h. Use a different variable. And we need the entire distance. So part of it's 6 and part of it's 12. So the entire thing is 18 meters. So start with the unknown, h over 0.9, because those are the vertical heights there. And we're going to compare that to 18 over 6. And if you solve, h is going to be 2.7 meters. So therefore, the ball must be hit at a height of 2.7 meters. All right, challenge question. Find the width of the Brady River. So the width is here. So we're going to call that x. Okay, and we can actually form two triangles here. We've got this smaller triangle, and we've got a bigger triangle. So let's redraw the two triangles. So the bigger one. Now 28, 7, and 8, that amounts to 43. So we can call this length x plus 43, and this is going to be 15 meters. And then the smaller triangle, that's 8, and then this is going to be x plus 15. So we can set the unknowns. So x plus 43 over x plus 15 equal to 15 over 8. Now, if you solve, multiply each side by 8 and x plus 15, that simplifies to 1 and that simplifies to 1. So you're going to be left with 8 multiplied by x plus 43 equals 15 multiplied by x plus 15. This equals 8x plus 344 equals 15x plus 225. Subtract 8x from each side. Subtract 225. And you get 7x is equal to 119. And if you divide by 7, x equals 17. So that missing value here is 17. That means the Brady River is 17 meters wide.